Hi everyone, this is beginning piano 1050 and we're on a week 7. I'm gonna play the syllabus whatever we have. Please, like we do in a class, we're playing all together. Try to play along, practicing the song with my play. With different speed, slow, fast. If you need, separate into sections like 2 to 4 measures or one line. And just go along with my play. So here we're starting on a page 61 of the textbook. This is in a G position. Remember, when we say position, it means from 1 to 5 in fingers for right hand and 5 to 1 in left hand. So G position would mean your thumb on a G and goes 5 fingers ascending, and you get D with your pinky and ascending. Left hand will start the G with pinky and reaches D with first finger and descending. Keep hands curved, always fingertips, and keep them loose. Now, G position, and also you have new articulation mark here. It's called an accent. So it's the tiny triangle kind of above or below the notes. It means emphasize. Little bit louder than usual you would press. Okay? And remember, it's not just a finger action like this, by tensing hand. And still using the weight of the hand and a little bit of strength of the finger, but never doing this. Alright? Instead, that would be the accent. Let's play, going along with metronome. So, okay, we have 4 beats. You have staccatos. 4/4 means 4 beats per measure. Quarter gets 1 beat. Let's try. And also pay attention on your accidentals. You have flats, you have sharps, you have neutral. Let's go. This is page 61 again from the textbook. The song called Midnight Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staccato, accent. Another one. Accent. Mezzo forte. Together. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2. Piano at the end. Okay, I'll play this again. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat, C sharp, and no more C sharp on the down, on the way down. So look, again, remember the rule of accidentals. When you have something within a measure, it stays in that particular measure, does not go after that. So that's why in measure 6, you have C sharp, but then measure 7, you have C, but without sharp. That means you are not playing sharp again. So you have to go back to your key signature. In this case, we have 0 sharps and flats next to the clef. All right? So that C sharp remains only for the measure 6, and after that, if you have any Cs, you have to continue going with regular note, unless you see again any other indication of sharps or flats. All right, one more time from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next song will be on page 62. Summer Fun. Same book, page 62. You are in a G position. Now, before we start, pay attention. In a measure 3, when it says left hand move, it's just going from the first line G, 1 octave higher. So, moving from lower G to higher G on the 4th space in bass clef. While you're playing your right hand in a measure 3, so preparing your left hand in advance, alright? Changing the position. I mean, not position, but the range. You're still within 5 fingers range of G. Now, at the end, the second measure from the last, look, it says again. Second measure from the last one, that will be measure number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Measure 15. So left hand over, which means, again, left should cross over right hand and play the note in treble clef. And then continue right hand and then finishing with left. Alright, so don't forget about left hand crosses over right hand. Let's play the song. G position. On the top of the book, it says like diagram, the new note. Can you see the arrow, the D? Yeah, but we already know about the ledger lines. Please constantly practice your notes using the note app, or just again writing on a paper, or just creating flashcards. Usually can have their own ways, but please constantly do your notes, because I always say this, that's the concrete foundation. You're just building a house and it starts with the notes. Okay, and for the house it's a concrete foundation. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the staccatos, don't forget to keep your wrist bouncy. Left hand moves back again where it started before. Right hand. And left hand moves. 2, 3, 4. And prepare to cross over. And don't forget to count the rest, alright? One more time from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand, left moves up, 2, 3, 4. Legato. And then staccato. Back to the first note you started left. Moves up. And get ready to cross over right hand forward. And back. Left hand goes back. Alright. On the next page, we have intervals in the G position. Page 63. Number 1. So, look, second, again. To identify what type of interval is that, you need to include the first note and count as like an interval, because 1 unison, when you repeat the same note, it's called unison and it's numbered 1. And then 1 above, it will be G, that will be second, G, A, so second. And always count the alphabet, ascending or descending. G, B, G, A, B, 3 letters, this will be number 3. Then G, A, B, C, that's number 4. G, A, B, C, D, number 5. But remember again, if you want to count the half steps between, you do not include the first note, right? You just go starting from and count the half step. 2, 3, 4, no matter, depends how many would we have. So for example, if it's a third, G, A, B. Now counting half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 half steps in a major third, if you remember that. Number 3 and 4 examples is just like same. Just playing harmonic intervals. Remember, 2 notes simultaneously playing together. That's a harmonic interval. When you play 1 at a time, it's called melodic. So 1 and 2, 1. Then left hand starts going from, it's in a G position. This is all happening in a G position. I'm playing number 1 of the page 63. Measure 3, that's at second, but going descending. D, B, D, C, D, C, B, it's a third. D, C, B, A, it's a fourth. D, C, B, A, G, it's the fifth. So number 2, it's left and right does the same thing, but left is just going 1 octave higher. Now, in number 3 and 4, those are the harmonic intervals. Again, for the intervals, remember, intervals are the distance between one key to another. And when you repeat the same note is numbered 1, and then going alphabetically, you can identify what is the distance between 2 keys. What's that exactly? So moving on, page 64. Miniature waltz. Now look on top of the page, you have new dynamic mark, 2 piece, pianissimo. As a musicians, we're always joking like pianissimo. It's very quiet, as quiet as you can get. So very soft, not just soft. When you have 1 piano, it's a soft. When you have 2 pianos, should be very soft. And again, remember, for playing soft, you just need to control the weight, not finger, and being afraid of touching, because if you do so, you're gonna lose 100% the note. And you're gonna miss the beat, and of course, it's prohibited to go back and try to repeat. The weight of your hand controls the dynamic. You just drop heavier when you need loud sound. When you need softer, you just drop it with the less weight, okay? This. Feel it. Feel the weight of your wrist. Okay, let's play the song. You are in a G position. Again, if you look from the first note starting, and was the highest note, was the lowest note, you'll see you're in a G position. Your left hand has intervals, harmonic intervals. And it's varying between 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, let's go. 3 beats in a measure. 1, ready, go. Did you hear the difference between my mezzo piano and 2 pianos? Again. So it should be quieter than right hand definitely, and as quiet as you can get. Again, 1, ready, go. Crescendo marking. And then back. Mezzo forte. Ritardando, RIT. Okay, it slows down towards to the end. RIT again, it's abbreviation from ritardando, which means slow down. So you need to slow down the last 2 measures towards to the end. One more time. One, ready, go. Crescendo, don't forget. And then back. Oops, sorry, my bad. Starting from 9. 1, ready, go. And now slow down. Alright, I'll play one more time. 1, 2, go. Okay, that was page 64. Let's go to 65 and do the rhythm. Page 65. You can pick any note if you want, so undo again, middle C and E. With the stem down notes, first you play with left hand, and the stem out notes with right hand. Number 1, 1, 2. Then you can, for coordination again, for the challenge, you can flip them, which means backwards. So the bottom note you will be playing with right hand, and the upper notes you will be playing with left hand. For example, 1, 2. not to. If you want, try it. It's a good exercise for coordination and again, staying focused and reading constantly, telling your fingers, do the opposite. Number 2, you have 3 beats in a measure. Half note is 2, dotted half is a 3, don't forget. 1, ready, go. Number 3, 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, go. And number 4, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for doing the intervals, what you can do, instead of me playing, you can just like close your eyes and on a piano, just go on a random note, okay, and how to find out. The best way always, if you go and sing every single note from the bottom to top or top to bottom, which means again going every letter individually, not naming them but singing it. Like a scale. Every single note without skipping. That's one way you can find out if you're not looking exactly what you do, just to hear how many steps you have between the bottom and the top. In this case, it's a fourth. So you can also associate the notes, the sound of it with specific songs you can pick. Like, for example, this fourth to me, I always can associate with. Probably recognize this song, right? Look Down from Les Mis. That's for me, it's always an indication that I'm dealing with fourth. Or the same Jingle Bells. This will be the third, and going down it will be the fifth. So when I hear this, I know this will be always the third and the fifth down. Anyway, so each of you, if you have any favorite songs, if you like to play mumble on a piano, just see what intervals you have. And there's a lot you can find between, like, and associated with specific intervals. Now, if I do this, they're very close next to each other, so that's obvious second. Or if I do the third, I'll sing in my head all the notes between the first and the second note. If there's any gap, if there's any missing sound you can find, which in this case it's an A, like scale, singing the scale, right? Let's say our 5 fingers positions. When we do C position, it's from C to G, which creates, by the way, interval of the fifth. C, D, E, F, G. It's a fifth. 5 steps. That's another thing. It's associated to me. It's actually the Man of Steel soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, and the first note it starts again, it's a fifth. And then this goes down to F and then E. Anyway, so you can't train yourself on this by picking specific songs you like to hear or some favorites, anything. So you will see you can associate with specific type of intervals. It actually helps to learn it quicker. Or just saying the scale, which means like every note between the first and the second note, if there is anything missing, and just count your steps. Alright, the rest of it I will record on another video, keep it short for YouTube links to be uploaded much faster.